Yeah, throw your hands up, throw your hands up, throw your hands up.
If it ain't Westside, nigga, it ain't pop.
Throw your hands up, throw your hands up, throw your hands up.
DJ Mimo.
Since I was young, I grew up in the street life. Times get hard for a gangster in the street life. See, ain't no telling what my life might seem like as a gangster growing up in the street life. Since I was young, I grew up in the street life. Times get hard for a gangster in the street life. See, ain't no telling what my life might be like as a gangster growing up in the street life.
Bustin' and bailing the club, addicted to drugs, selling keys. Got me risking this street living, catching felonies. How many niggas wanna see me gone? You player haters is bitches, you hate to see a nigga hold his own. But if I'm falling, no never falling. Live my life as a thug, nigga, now can you hear the liquor calling? When we play, niggas is blinded, my competition minimum. So I listen, criminal minded, nigga. Can you hear me where your pistols in the sky? On a fat ass blunt, and bump the shit, I better get you high. They wonder why I'm hard to kill, hard to let it go. How can I have fear? All my peers live on death row. Dumb like a belly, 45 up next to my belly. Conversating with my nigga dog. Lyrics so deadly. When they come and get me, bring an army. And outlaw thugs, motherfucker, who can harm me? Paul McDick see the track smoking. Cause real bad boy killers see the gas smoking. Open your eyes and understand this. Well, it ain't fair, these motherfuckers do it scandalous. Niggas don't wanna see me hot with my Glock out. Kicking on here, screaming fuck the world. This is the end. Let's get ready to rumble.
See, ain't no telling what my life might seem like as a gangster growing up in the street life. Since I was young, I grew up in the street life. Times get hard for a gangster in the street life. See, ain't no telling what my life might be like for a gangster growing up in the street life. You can't tell me nothing about the streets, homie. I done seen it, done it. Been living real from the phone, die for the money. Homies maintain their composure since kids. We was older, selling dope by the boulder down the Skoda, motherfucker for the chips. When I did the trip on GB, straight for DP, flip the script. Came up quick and got some riders who got my back. Snoop, Coleon, always down to Jack. Got Jack against the thought, talk and walk the walk. Niggas who oppose automatically get stuck. Terrorizing the neighborhood, niggas gaining they rapping style, tied and gas. Flashing for the sad, rest in peace to deceased on boys who ain't alive. Street life took them over, now we forced to ride. Slipping and sliding, bouncing, counting my ends to be straight. Cause times is rough for these days, niggas is crazy. But your fear is much greater, the innovator, dominator, soul creator, out for the pay. Since I was young, I grew up in the street life. Times get hard for a gangster in the street life. See, ain't no telling what my life might seem like as a gangster growing up in the street life. Since I was young, I grew up in the street life. Times get hard for a gangster in the street life. See, ain't no telling what my life might be like as a gangster growing up in the street life.
The Don Daddy with the villain, who you killin'? Oh, we hate him, come verbatim with this cat pillin'. Top villain, make a million. Paparazzi chase us through the tunnel in the Maserati. Now they got me on hard copy, didn't have to shoot Versace. Yet you still wanna watch me, motherfuckers wait their whole fucking life and a day, hoping that we can reunite NWA. Try to serve us, get nervous, more murders. Shit can just turn into the circus, standing over the corpses. You look like the kind of nigga that'll press charges. We the largest, we the biggest, we the niggas with the attitudes. We longitude, you latitude. Have some gratitude to the niggas that started this shit. Been around forever, bitch. We smarted this shit.
Since I was young, I grew up in the street life. Times get hard for a gangster in the street life. See, ain't no telling what my life might seem like as a gangster growing up in the street life. Since I was young, I grew up in the street life. Times get hard for a gangster in the street life. See, ain't no telling what my life might be like as a gangster growing up in the street life.
Now, early in the morning I wake, thinking about these dead fools' life that I had to take. Putting on a true name, now peep game at point blank range.
Easy fuck.
Back to the set as I jet, not giving a fuck about the trick that I went. That's what he got a shot for, acting like a trick. Now he's 6 feet and I'm deep in his trick. Creeping on the marks that be sleeping. Get some slipping, slap the clipping, buck them every weekend. A scandalous little with no heart to feel remorse.
Dig up the food,
leave it on his mama's porch. Don't give a fuck about shit, that's why I'm mellow. Or maybe it's the fact that I'm kin to the devil. A psychopathic
thriller
that's always quick to fill her. Full of liquor, cause I'm a
sick ass
killer.
Since I was young, I grew might seem lie, as against the growing up in the street life. Since I was young, I grew up in the street life. Times get hard for a gangster in the street life. See, ain't no telling what my life might be like, as against the growing up in the street life. See, ain't no telling what my life might be like, in the land of the lost of the street life. Ain't no telling what we all might be like, in the land of the lost in the street life.
Mimo on the beat.